Hey, what's up guys? Twintuitive 717. I'm back with another reading. I'm going to dive right into a collective message around the Divine Masculine Collective. And what I'm going to do is get messages for those of you who may be in separation, or a lot of your Divine Masculines could be silent. You could be silent yourself, Divine Feminine. You could be guided to give this space. But nonetheless, I know how it is, and we could just be curious as to whether or not our intuition is correct. Sometimes it's hard to keep up with all of the synchronicities and signs, and so maybe there could be something in the title that's already resonating with you. Universe, please provide clarity on the separation between these two and what you want them to know. Okay, so assistance from your spirit guides is here, and they want you to know that. Okay, so the keywords coming up here is conflict triggers and disharmony. So you two keep triggering one another. But right away, guys, I am getting the words temper, okay, and reaction. So I feel like your Divine Masculine could be teaching you a lesson around how it is you react to things. So very just highly emotional reactions, okay, maybe thinking the worst, or maybe getting upset. And then I also feel for the Masculine Collective, their temper is something that they may need to address at this time. But I do feel like assistance is here with this lesson. And what I am feeling is that maybe your guides had to step in to trigger some kind of separation between you two. Okay, so many of you might be feeling like just nobody else is able to make you feel the way that your counterpart makes you feel. Okay, so what I'm getting for some of you is take that time apart and address the reaction. I don't know if I should say it or not, but I am getting for some of you, it's time to get healthy, okay? A lot of the reactions might have a lot to do with drinking, okay? So for some of you, you may need to address that, because disharmony triggers and conflict, okay? That 3 combination, it does tell me that you're extra sensitive, okay? You're extra sensitive. There could be some kind of trauma. Divine Feminine, in terms of your reaction, I do feel like there is something about your temper and something that maybe your Divine Masculine experienced when they were younger, in terms of the types of feminine energy that they are around tended to be very aggressive. So this could be also teaching you a lesson about sinking more into your feminine energy. So a lot of the times flowing with communication and being able to like clearly articulate and clearly communicate with gentleness and with grace. Rather than a reactive, sort of explosive way of communicating. And I don't know why that's coming up for some of you, but I do feel like maybe you need to hear it, or it may be helpful, or you may be feeling like, oh shit, yeah, that's me. I feel like this could be something that is just coming up for healing, okay? And this is also empowerment over your triggers and your trauma as well. This is Divine Masculine energy, and I do feel like some of the things that we can really truly learn from Divine Masculine energy is the ability to, stay calm and to be able to think things through, put things in order step by step. And I feel like a lot of the times when we're reacting from a place of trauma or triggers, it's easy to feel like the world is out to get us. So many of you may need to practice like groundedness, like feeling really empowered with who it is you are. And a good affirmation could be something like, like you're safe. No one can hurt you. No one can harm you. Okay, so then when you react to people, you react from a place out of just like being able to listen and hear others out. And then you can also act from a place of compassion as well. Maybe you might be able to assist them with their anger or their upset. But that is a major thing that's coming up here for clearing for both you and your Divine Masculine. I feel like the reason your spirit guides are coming in to assist with a separation here is to get you both in check with the way that you carry yourselves when you speak to one another. Okay, and this could be a lesson in terms of how it is you communicate with other people in your lives as well. That could be something that's coming up for clearing and for healing. Okay, so it could be a masculine thing, I feel, with the explosive there. I'm getting with the explosive anger. And that's why I was saying too, I feel like with many of your masculines, the temper could be a big thing. Like they have a way of just reacting and thinking the worst and shutting down. You could be a huge trigger, just the way that you say things or some of the things you might say. And I feel like you may not know it's a trigger, and things just kind of start spiraling downhill from there, and then it's difficult for many of your masculines to reconnect. You see how the hood is down in this picture? So I feel like after you guys get into these intense triggers or conflict, they shut down. So it's really hard for them to come to you empowered and apologize or admit they're wrong, right? The hood over the head, I feel, represents a lot of that pride that they feel, and just letting you know, like, I shut down. Like, give me my space, leave me alone. I don't want to talk about it. I can't process it. Whereas the divine feminine energy, you may want closure, right? So you may just kind of seek them out to consistently keep the connection open or going. But they need to go through some kind of growth process here. Okay, growth over the summer. And some of you might be dreading it because it does feel like separation can be the end, but celebrate. It's like a celebratory energy, right? Because somebody's taking control over something that's a big trigger, right? The connection at this moment it's not in harmony. That's why disharmony is coming up. So you got to let it go. And you have to stop being afraid of the end, right? On the twin flame journey, you have to trust that it's never the end, because it's a lifelong, it's a lifelong thing. Sorry to say, okay, but just, from sheer experience, and just by being obedient and walking the path, I've come to accept and understand that it is a lifelong thing, but it does come with a lot of beautiful benefits in terms of just healing and being able to share. And, that's what I feel like is happening here in this situation with the both of you, is that the separation is really nothing to fear. It's an opportunity for you to feel more empowered in your own boundaries and to connect with yourself more. Okay, many of you have been lacking on the self-love. Okay, maybe you've been just feeling really bogged down by a lot of the triggers that keep happening. If you're in the divine feminine energy, you're probably definitely exhausted from trying to fix things, right? You're not meant to do that. You're not meant to fix anybody's triggers or how it is they react to things. Because how are you supposed to know why it is they react from like a joke or, many of you don't even know that, right? Which is why you're left dumbfounded when they shut down, right? So oftentimes just give it space, and then sooner or later they'll realize or take accountability. But if you go hunting them down, then you're pouring your traumas onto them, which makes them repulse, backwards even more. So a lot of the times you got to just get back into your own lane, okay? Creation is coming out. Intentions is coming out. Oh gosh, do something with your time now. As we would say in Trinidad, busy or you want something to do? So make sure you guys are getting busy. If separation is happening, it's a good celebratory time to just take some space. Clearly, your counterpart is asking for it. So you have to honor their soul, allow them to go through this growth. As painful as separation might be, the best thing and the most empowering thing you can do with the Sun card here is to allow the space. Know and understand that there are so many other avenues on this journey that you can walk down and have fun with, okay? And self-love is coming up. Take care of yourselves, guys. Drink your water, eat your fruits and vegetables. Make sure you guys are going out and getting fresh air. If you're having a lot of anxiety and you're feeling bummed out and, just staying at home, isolating, put in an extra effort to make sure that you guys are getting out there. Flirt with the romance angels, okay? Extend your lighthearted energy to others. And flirt doesn't only have to mean like, in a sexual way. No, flirt just means extend your lighthearted energy, right? Like I will flirt with the security guy on the way out. Hey, how are you this morning? Oh, good. You have yourself a wonderful day. It's not like I'm coming on to him, right? I'm just extending lighthearted energy. And in return, he extends lighthearted energy towards me. And it's just a positive interaction. Okay, many of you could be lacking that because you could be racking your brains trying to figure out your counterpart who's, maybe trying to block you off. Just let them do all the blocking that they need to do, and you go out there and don't let the energy don't let the world, miss out on your beautiful energy, okay? Some of you may need to, take a nice bath, take a nice warm shower, let it be longer than usual. Use nice smelling soaps and use nice smelling lotions and take your time in the bathroom and cut your toenails. Gosh, file your feet, do your nails, okay? Moisturize your hands and take time and do your hair and blow dry it and style it. And then choose clothes that fit you really well. That is like some really good self-care tips that I love indulging in. you know, and then I'll pick something to do. I'll be like, what do I want to eat, or what do I want to, you know, have to drink, or, you know, if I've already had something to eat or something nice and nutritious to drink, then I'll indulge in like a little bit of a dessert, and I'll go out there and, you know, I'll pick a spot to purposely drive to and get out all nice and dressed up, and, you know, just interact with the cashier, choose the dessert I'd like, make some small talk about how it's my favorite and whatever, right? And they're there rolling their eyes like, ma'am, would you please just take the package and go? And you're like, all right, you have yourself a wonderful night, okay? Do it, guys, do it, okay? Because, you know, it's time to get back into that creative flow again, okay? Many of your masculines are asking for a timeout. Their triggers are not yours to bear and carry, okay? Oh, look at that, distance and timeout, okay? So they're asking for it, so just allow it, because in that distance and space, they're going to be growing and learning something valuable about themselves, and as will you, okay? Because with creation, I feel like many of you have bigger fish to fry than worrying about, you know, when you're going to come back into union with your divine masculine. It's all an illusion, that whole union thing, right? Like, you guys are already in union doing the damn thing, right? When you go through separation, that word alone too is so triggering, but, you know, it's like a timeout or space, or just you need time to breathe, okay? What does the universe want you to know about moving forward, okay? So we have party, we have external, and I don't see this as a bad card. Normally, if I do like karmic energies reads, I will, like, you know, be like, ooh, eyeing this card. But, you know, in this case, I do feel like it was that energy I was talking about earlier, where it's like, you know, go get dolled up, sit at a cafe, have a nice coffee, you know, interact, socialize. And even if it's not your thing to kind of go out, you know, order that takeout. Still doll yourself up and dress up and take care of yourself and smell good. And, you know, spread a nice blanket in the living room, get your pillows going, and download a nice movie. That's another kind of, you know, another beautiful thing I love to do. So that way you guys can get out of this guarded, vulnerable energy, okay? Yes, you feel vulnerable. Yes, you might want to block them back and, you know, get all guarded against this journey and how you've wasted all this time for no reason and how it's not real. And, you know, I mean, you could go that avenue, but it's just so exhausting, okay? So let things flow. Did the flow and stability card come out? Oh, yes, it did. Woohoo! All right, so look at this. We're going from disharmony to harmony. Okay, so this is why this time apart is necessary, because I feel like many of you are lacking with just like self-care, like feeling really good in your own skin and like not letting the triggers get to you, like feeling so good that you know how to calmly handle yourself, that you're not, you know, going through a relationship with somebody that is heavily chaotic, because you know in your heart of hearts it's not supposed to be like this, right? So somewhere along the lines you're doing something that's not in alignment, which is why you're experiencing the cycles over and over again, okay? So pay attention to how stable you feel. If you don't, it's more time to sink in. Stop worrying about, you know, somebody else, your counterpart, and focus on your own stability right now, the own harmony that you feel within yourself. If you're worried about separation, then that means that, what, you don't trust to be alone? You don't trust to be with yourself? You don't trust that you have your own back? You're really that deadly afraid and terrified, and you're gonna just like, you know, melt away into your couch because your divine masculine blocked you? Really? Really? Don't let me hear all they doing them thing, Anna. Don't let me hear all they doing them thing. Right? All you roll off the couch and go and get it. Go and get it. Make sure that you guys are taking care of yourself. This could be the tower moment here that, you know, you're kind of having, or the detour, that divine intervention that says, whoa, 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 whoa. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, this is not you. Like, this connection's taking more than it's giving, right? Something's got to give, right? Many of you need to come out of the closet with this whole journey. Like, some of that could be the exhaustion as well, right? The minute you start losing yourself is the minute you got to detach and let go. The Queen of Swords teaches us a valuable lesson. You know, you can love something so much, but you got to let it go. And yeah, it's going to hurt, but you got to take the hurt, right? Because, you know, the Queen of Swords energy as well, air signs, whoop whoop. You know, it's all about a certain pride about yourself. You know, you got to have a certain pride about yourself and not let anybody take advantage of you or hurt you, or, you know, when you knowingly let somebody take advantage, or you knowingly do things that, you know, is bringing your soul karma, you know, you have to take accountability. So the Queen of Swords is about letting go, even though you know it hurts to do that. It might feel so good to be with this person, but still, you gotta let that shit go, right? It might feel so emotionally great to be with them, but then when the triggers hit, it feels so emotionally bad. You've got to let that go so that healing can come, okay? So that this energy can kind of manifest itself back again in a healthier way. Okay, when all of the lessons get integrated and you guys have learned what you've needed to, it'll come back again. It always does on this whole, twin flame journey and twin flame experience. Many of you know that. But oftentimes when it's your first kind of major separation, it's really easy to lose sight. So you may feel just emotionally drained and you don't know what to do and you're going to lose your shit. But really and truly take a deep breath, and it really is just a signal for you to say, hey, you're kind of doing something that's out of alignment here and you really need to fix it. Otherwise, you're going to keep running into this problem with this person and it's just going to keep getting more painful and painful. So yeah, that's what I have for you guys for this one. I just want to stop and take a moment to really thank those of you who have been reaching out to me on HYPSEE, and gosh, picking up the phone and calling me. I slide the button and I'm like, hello, and you guys are like, hello, Twintuitive, and I'm like, yeah, and you guys are like, ah. So that's been really, really interesting and really cool, because I've talked with you guys in the comment section over the years, and just to be able to speak to you guys live like that, I think is super interesting and unique and really cool. And I want to shout out HYPSEE and really thank you guys so much for that amazing opportunity. And if you guys haven't checked out the community section or the description box, please do visit my community section over there and join my community. I usually post updates, and the more it builds, I'm going to start actually releasing videos there, as well as bonuses for you guys joining the community. And you guys will always be the first to receive updates as well from HYPSEE in terms of any of my movements about going live and new services that I've got going, and any other little tidbits. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for all of your support, and I will catch you guys again in the next reading. Okay, all right, take it easy, guys. Bye.